We go green
Pit
flag in the
session commenced. Thank you.
The ultimate pit lane comes to life with 24 supercars and just 10 minutes. And already, like that, 15 seconds has elapsed. So old tyres to start with. Look how dirty it is on that racetrack. And that's just some of the dirt and debris that's here, not in the oil that we've already been talking about that is stationed between turns 2 and 11. So drivers need to be very careful from this point onwards. There's the cleanup. And it's going to be a difficult scenario to find out where the tune-up in these cars are at, given the condition of the racetrack. So this is going to be a very unpredictable 9 minutes and 15 seconds, Larko.
Yeah, and as you'd expect, Chad, everyone's gone out on used rubber because it would be very unwise to use the one set that most will have.
Oh, and Tim Slater's lost a wheel, similar to what we saw in Tasmania. This is not the first time this has happened, and James Courtney's got dramas. And I wonder if that is oil slick induced as Mark Scaife arrives back in the commentary box. It is all happening.
Oh, can you believe that, Chad? Well, that is very strange. Left-hand rear wheel off the car for Sladen. That was the oil for sure for Courtney down there at turn 2. You can see the oil flags were out, the red and yellow stripe flags. It's not the way to start qualifying, is it? After such an extraordinary day yesterday, starting 19th and finishing 4th, he was the man of the match.
So for Blanchard Racing, they came off their best performance since joining the series this year, and that is a similar issue that has befell them once already this year in Tasmania. I think it was the right side of the car from memory in Tassie. Now it's the other side. Something to get to the bottom of, no less.
How's the lap times? Late 15s. So the on-used tyres, so we all know that you're not going to go out there on a oil-affected racetrack and try to optimise your performance, as like I was just saying. So we know that the tyre quality is pretty poor, but so's the track quality. It's a lot cooler. Only ambient is 25, track temperature 29. A lot earlier, obviously, in terms of the conditions and that wind direction. I reckon it might be a tailwind there now. So that's going to make a difference down into turn 1 also.
Green and plenty of purple on the timing.
And Will Davison has actually done the best cumulative number to the second sector. Bryce forward now, 13.66 goes to the top. That's far and away faster, about 6 tenths. Fabian Coulthard goes up to P2. Zane Goddard, who was superb yesterday, goes up to P2, 3. Van Gisbergen, 13.4 to the top.
Wow, we are 8 tenths away from yesterday's pole lap. So very changeable conditions. And will they continue to get better? Who's going to be last to the checkered flag here? So just Cam Waters maybe sneaks it in. Yes, Cam Waters will be the last guy to finish, but it will be a second lap. Can he get enough out of this tyre with the track improvements? Whincup went to the top with a 13.2. Van Gisbergen's going back-to-back quickest to the first sector again.
Yeah, I'm not sure in sector 2 and 3 of your next lap whether you'll be able to improve or not. Those track conditions are so changeable. Will Brown comes up to 5th. Todd Hazelwood up 11 spots into 7th. So at the moment, it's a Red Bull lockout. It's the same as last weekend. So first and second, Whincup and Van Gisbergen. Mostert's on a very good lap. What's it do for Chaz? Here we go. Mostert to second. He's been able to get Van Gisbergen off the front row. Great job, Chaz Mostert.
For now, because Shane's going on with it. And again, quickest cumulative time to that second sector. Here's Zane Goddard. Excellent in arm roll qualifying yesterday, and he's being chased to the stripe here by the 97. Goddard goes to 13th, and Shane goes back to the front row alongside his teammate. Cam Waters still with some work to do. He was the last to the stripe, and he will be the last to the checkered flag. And he's got potentially a time to get towards the front. What's the number? Couldn't quite get there through 6 fast sectors. And as a result, he's 6th. Strange old session. Similar looking scorecard.
Well, it was a strange session, especially for Anton De Pasquale. He's down in 14th. He was fastest, remember. He was on pole position yesterday. Beautiful job. Whincup. 13.2, plays a 13.28 for Van Gisbergen, so nothing in it between the teammates. Mostert and Davison, Reynolds, Waters. So Davison has done a 13.5. Anton De Pasquale did a 13.8, Chad. So a long way away for Anton, and a big mistake for Anton in the middle sector. In fact, he did the fastest last sector.
There isn't too many gaps here, you can get out if you wish, and we're going to run at the end of the next session. So there is
That
time.
is a substantial mistake. A 27.1 in the middle sector plays at 26.4 for Van Gisbergen.
Last week it was 3/10 between first and second. This week 69 thousandths. Really tight despite these changeable conditions. And for SVG, that was his second lap through. Chaz Mostert, nicely done. That's the quickest we've seen out of him in qualifying trim in our Townsville swing so far. Will Davison will be alongside him on row 2. Dave Reynolds back inside the top 5. Scott Pye just outside the top 10. Nick Percat hasn't been outside the top 10 in a while. He'll have to come from row 6 later today. There is Anton, as you mentioned. Mark Winterbottom, 15th is about the best we've had from him over the last couple of weeks.